Russia and China seek a trade advantage in the Arctic. Once impossible to navigate, an easing Northeast Passage could provide an alternative to routes in the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. As global warming reduces pack ice and lengthens the summer season, will Beijing and Moscow build a polar Silk Road? I'm Andrea Sankey, and this is the Newsmakers. An easy maritime route between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans has long been a dream for countries surrounding the Arctic Circle, especially for Russia. But miserable conditions during much of the year mean the Northeast Passage connecting East Asia to Europe has never become a major commercial shipping route. That could be about to change. Russia and China are looking to increase cooperation to make the passage viable. Global warming is helping, but so could an upgraded fleet of Russian-made nuclear-powered icebreakers. Here's a look.
The search for the elusive Northwest Passage over Canada began 500 years ago, and it claimed the lives of thousands of mariners due to the extreme conditions and ice-covered sea. It's still not really a viable route, but an alternative passage across the top of Russia looks much more promising. And thanks to rising global temperatures, it's becoming increasingly viable. The Northeast Passage connects China and East Asia to northern Europe. It reduces the sailing distance significantly compared to the Suez Canal route. This part of the passage, known as the Northern Sea Route, is controlled by Russia. Melting sea ice due to climate change is making it more accessible for shipping. The latest climate projections predict the Arctic will have its first ice-free summer as early as 2035. And Russia is turning this into a major geopolitical advantage and has already made vast investments in the region. It's built military bases, opened up oil fields, and begun extracting other natural resources.
Russia today has a unique, I want to emphasize this, unique fleet, the largest icebreaker fleet in the world. And this is a huge competitive advantage. There are colossal opportunities for the development of logistics industry, the creation of new jobs for the comprehensive development of Arctic cities and towns.
The route may also give China a strategic advantage. It could reduce the travel time for Chinese goods to Europe by 2 weeks, a saving of around $1.8 million per ship. Chinese vessels can also bypass the areas where the US has a huge navy presence. And Houthi attacks on Western ships in the Red Sea have also disrupted shipping through the Suez Canal, which makes alternative routes even more viable. The US, for its part, is wary of the cooperation between China and Russia. To counter the two, last week, Canada, Finland and the US signed a pact to collaborate on the production of icebreakers and other polar capabilities.
I think the biggest geopolitical risk is the same kind of supply chain choke point that you see in a lot of other industries, where if the capability to build this atrophies in the West, and a country that does not share our interests or our vision for the world corners the market, and they have got leverage on us that is undue. But not just on us, the United States, but democratic nations around the world.
Last year, more than 36 million tons of goods were transferred through the Northern Sea Route, but the number for the Suez Canal stood at 1.6 billion tons. The Northern Sea Route presents a promising future, but the environmental limits and complicated geopolitical issues could determine how much of it will become a reality.
Well, remember you can follow us on X, and do be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Andrea Sankey. We'll see you next time.